One of my favorite quotes is from the Chinese philosopher Sun Tzu, author of The Art of War. He said, "Every battle is won before it is ever fought." It also happens to be a quote from one of my favorite 1980s movies, Wall Street, but that's neither here nor there. Nevertheless, I think that quote applies to divorces as well, particularly the child custody component of a divorce. And I say that because by the time you come to my office, or by the time you're consulting with any attorney, provided you're transparent and honest with the attorney during that consult, they should be able to give you a fairly accurate and reliable projection of the likely outcome in your case based on the facts that exist in your marriage. I say that because at the end of the day, you cannot unsend those vile text messages where you're calling your spouse the C word, or threatening to kill yourself, or threatening to take the child away, or admitting to an affair or drug problem. You cannot erase the incriminating social media posts or recordings that your spouse has of you drunk or acting inappropriately. You can't destroy the damning photos of abuse or bruises or drug paraphernalia. You can't change the school or daycare or medical records that document and chronicle your lack of involvement in important decisions on behalf of your child. You can't change the bank records showing transfers to family members overseas, or expenditures at strip clubs or for OnlyFans, or gambling, or suspicious hotel bookings. You can't disappear or erase those Father's Day or birthday cards where you extol what a wonderful husband and father this man is, the same man that you're now claiming is this vicious monster who shouldn't be permitted to be around your child unsupervised. The point is, you cannot rewrite history. By the time you get to my office, by the time you're at the point where you're contemplating divorce, the cake is already baked and the ingredients are there. And when it comes to child custody issues, the court, the judge, is going to look at the history. Who has historically been more involved with the child? Who has historically played the role of primary caregiver? Now, certainly, I see cases where, and I don't mean to pick on dads, but it's typically dads who do this, who in the wake of filing for divorce undergo a metamorphosis, transform themselves into super dad. They start scheduling play dates. They start having lunch with the child. They start becoming more involved in the pickups and drop-offs. You're not fooling anyone. Judges have seen this act before. Lawyers have seen this act before. And it's not going to result in you getting primary custody or a 50-50 possession schedule. The judge is going to look at what you did historically. We all know that people change, often for cynical reasons, after the divorce is filed. So, if you're watching this video and you happen to be 3 or 4 years removed from filing for divorce, it's not too late to change your ways and to become more involved or treat your spouse better. But most of you are probably watching this because divorce is imminent. And that's why it's so important that you consult with a lawyer who's not going to tell you what you want to hear, but who's going to give you an honest and candid assessment about your case. And it's equally important that you be open and honest with your lawyer and transparent about the good, the bad, and the ugly with respect to you, your spouse, and your marriage, so that you can get an honest appraisal of what is going to happen and potentially save yourself a lot of money from going to court and waging a futile battle for something you were never going to get in the beginning. Good luck to you.